Hello everybody, hope you're all doing well. To this video I'm talking about a big Mercedes penalty update, as well as a crucial FIA announcement. So let's start with Mercedes, and while overall they've produced the best car of 2026, it's not been the most reliable. I mean, both George Russell and Kimi Antonelli have suffered power unit and battery related issues, and this has cost them a lot in the standings. Now, because of these reliability issues, both Russell and Antonelli are right on the edge of the power unit components they're allowed to use in 2026, and if they take any more, they're going to get a penalty. Now, of course, they can revert to using older parts in their pool and as a result not take a penalty. However, Mercedes team boss Toto Wolff has suggested that Monza could be an option for the team to take a grid penalty should it decide to introduce a fresh power unit, given its high-speed nature and overtaking opportunities. Now, the reason Monza is so good for overtaking is because of the long straights, and there are so many places to overtake. The one issue Mercedes has, though, is Kimi Antonelli. That's his home Grand Prix, and he's the championship leader. Do you really want to take a penalty with Antonelli in Monza? And speaking about it, Wolff said, as quoted by Racing News 365, in terms of engine penalties, I still very much hope we don't need to take it. We need to decide what that is, when we need to take one, and which tracks. There could be one Monza, and that could be very special for Kimi Antonelli. But on paper, it looks like it's a good place to take an engine penalty. So I need to speak to his father, Marco Antonelli, whether we want to take an engine penalty at Monza. You take the pressure off at Monza, starting from the back. Now, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss my Formula 1 content and are kept up to date with F1 news. I'm close now to 56,000 subscribers, and your support and lovely comments are incredible, and it means so much to me. Thank you so much for it. Now, I personally feel that Mercedes should take a power unit penalty for Antonelli in Monza. I mean, it's the second race back after the summer break, and given Antonelli's points gap in the standings, no matter what happens in Zandvoort, Antonelli will lead the championship in Monza. And while taking a penalty in Monza would mean Antonelli starting at the back in front of his home crowd, I think he put on a great show, overtaking everyone and moving through the field, and he'd get a lot of support from his home crowd as well, and overall I think it'd make it a very good race. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. But let's move on to the FIA. Now, as we know, it's recently been announced that the Bahrain Grand Prix will be held in Malaysia in October. However, it's still unclear what will happen with the Qatar and Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Those are scheduled for the end of November and beginning of December. But now it's been announced over at the FIA World Endurance Championship that the series has had to scrap its planned races in the Middle East entirely. Basically, the WEC was due to kick off this season with a round in Qatar, but was forced to postpone that to later in the year as a back-to-back with Bahrain. However, because of the situation in the Middle East, the WEC has had to make a calendar reshuffle, and now the penultimate round will take place in Barcelona on the weekend of 18th October, while the season finale will take place on the weekend of 8th November at Monza. And FIA President Mohammed Ben Sulayem said, "I'm incredibly proud of the collaboration that will enable Barcelona and Monza to host FIA World Endurance Championship rounds later this year. The FIA has worked closely with our partners in Qatar and Bahrain in recent months to explore every option to preserve both events this season, but due to the ongoing situation in the region, the safety of our teams, colleagues and motorsport fans remain our highest priority." Now, as I said, in terms of F1, it's not yet clear what will happen with Qatar and Abu Dhabi. However, Crash.net say there are rumours suggesting potential replacements at Portimao and Imola. But that's going to be the video from me. Thank you ever so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos, and until the next one, take care